What's up, YouTube? Just sitting in the parking lot. It's kind of hard to find a place that doesn't have a lot of noise going on. But anyway, this is like an introduction to my podcast that I wanted to start. It is called Still Standing. Um, and it's basically where I just sit down with people. Um, Everybody has a story, but just sit down with people who are going through some things, coming out of some things, um, getting into something happening. Everybody has a different point in their life of what's going on with them. But it's been hard times for a lot of people. Still hard times, but just gotta pray, man. Just try to get through things. But anyway, um, I wanted to be the first one on here because this is just something that I wanted to do to help people and get their stories out there because you never know who you can help by getting your own story out there. So I'm going to say a little bit about what I've been through. Um, First, I'll start off. I'm from Mount Enterprise, Texas, East Texas, baby. Um, it's a small place, but I will always rep my little town. Um, Live with my mom, dad, my brother, and sister. I moved here in, I believe it was 1999, because there's really not a lot of job options in East Texas. I wish it was, but it wasn't. But anyway, moved up here, and up here is Dallas Fort Worth area, and been here since. Um, I'm gonna start in 2021. So we all know COVID started in 2020. Everybody was locked in the house. Um, I was going to truck driving school. Um, and then at the end of 2020, my mom had got diagnosed with cancer. And I was on the road training, and just different things was happening with her. Um, she had Alzheimer's also. Well, by um, 2021, the beginning of 2021, things got worse. And you never think that your parents are going to leave you. It's not something you want to fathom in your mind. But in 2021 of March, she passed away from gallbladder cancer. And um, we were all happy that she wasn't in pain for a long time. It was just kind of like at the end. But she couldn't talk or say the things she wanted to say because of the Alzheimer's. And that was tough. That was really tough because when I saw her, she couldn't say anything. So it was a tough thing for me because, like I said, you never think you're gonna lose your parent, because when they gone, they gone. Like those people, those were the people that protect you and love you, and once it's gone, it's tough. And so we went, through that, and then I had been having my own health issues. Um, I had been, man, I had been on my cycle I know it had to be for a total of 6 or 7 months straight. I probably had a week off putting the days together, a week or two off putting the days together out of those 6 months. And the reason why I couldn't go to the doctor is because I didn't have insurance while going to trucking school. So I just dealt with it. Like, I was like, I don't get this, but it is what it is. I'm just toughing it out. And so um, I started, let's see, I started driving, and I just decided after 2 blood transfusions later, being on the road, having a doctor call me, because I did go to the hospital because I was feeling a little too weak. So I did go to the doctor. They call me while I'm on the road and say, you need to get to the hospital as soon as possible. Your blood count is at a level 4. I ain't knowing what this means. I didn't know. It's supposed to be a 12, between 12, 13, and I was at a 4. I'm in Arkansas at the time, and I'm like, well, I'll see y'all when I get back because I'm not going to the hospital out here. I don't know these people. I don't know nobody around here, and they not gonna do nothing to me. So I called my manager and I said I gotta go back home because the next day I have to go to the hospital. So went back home, had the blood transfusion. All these nurses is like, how are you even on the road? You could have passed out, anything. And I was just like, I was just used to being tired. So with that being said, when you feel like something is not right in your body, it could be big, it could be small, I don't care. Go get checked. And then I hear people say, well, I don't want to know what's wrong. Why? Because when it's too late, you might not have a choice to turn it around. Just deal with it when you find out. But if you don't know and then you don't have a choice but to go to the doctor, it could be way too late for you. So just check on yourself. Go get I hated going and getting my yearly done, but I did it. And, I just feel like with the way the food is nowadays, the way the environment is, it's going to be harder on our bodies. So just go get yourself checked and make sure you're good. But anyway, so I find a doctor. The doctor takes too long. She want to do all these tests and things. I'm like, look, just give me a hysterectomy. I ain't finna have no babies. I ain't finna do none of that. She takes too long. I said, you know what? I went and found another doctor. That's another thing. You ain't got to stick with the same doctor if they're not doing you right. If they're not paying attention to you, move to the next one. Find another one. You ain't got to stick with one person. So I find another doctor. I tell her everything I've been through. And she says, okay, I'll give you a hysterectomy. But I want you to keep your ovaries so you don't go into menopause. I was like, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Just get the stuff out. Just get the other stuff out. So I have that surgery. And I believe that was like a Wednesday or Thursday of that week. By Monday, I get a call. And the doctor was like, I'm so sorry. When we did a test on your uterus in a lab, we found cancer. And it was at stage 3. And it had made it to your uterine wall. And, when you hear cancer, then I just lost my mom. I had not lost my cousin at the time, but it's just a scary thing. You know, you think, oh, I'm finna die when you hear cancer. And so she was apologizing and she was like, you're gonna have to go get your ovaries taken out by the oncologist. And so, probably within a span of 2 weeks, I had two surgeries. They just went through the same incisions and took my ovaries out. And after that, the doctor told me, um, we're gonna have to put you on chemo and you're gonna have to do radiation because we don't know if um, any of the cells from your uterine wall got inside any other part of your body. So it was still kind of like, I don't know, like a dream. Like, is this really happening? Um, it was tough, you know. I didn't have my mama to go through it with me. Um, I couldn't even really have nobody at my treatments. You know, I had a few people that wanted to go with me, but they couldn't because of COVID. We were still on that lockdown where only so many people can go to the hospital with you or can't even come in a treatment session with you. So I didn't have anybody in my treatment sessions with me, and that was lonely. That was a lonely feeling. Um, so after that, I found that out. You know, I told my job at the time, um, I'm gonna have to take these treatments, and it's gonna be longer than I thought. And so my job let me go. They said you ain't been here long enough. So I didn't have no income coming in, nothing. And I was like, what am I about to do for real? Like, what's about to happen, right? And I prayed, and God truly showed up for me. I mean, I had angels popping up everywhere. A lot of my friends just randomly sent me money. Um, I didn't know about social workers when you go through this. I don't know that a lot of people know about it. Um, they sent me to a social worker. Shout out to Brittany. Um, I told Brittany what I was going through, what I've been through, and about my mom and stuff. And she was like, okay, I'm going to help you out. And she did that. Brittany is one of my angels, I could say. She made sure I had everything, like everything that I needed to be paid for. She got the charities to help me out. And I didn't know that that was possible. I know that people donate to cancer, but when you don't go through it, you're not really sure how it works. So, um, my bills got paid. I still did Lyft on the side, but that was such a blessing for me to have that help. And I'm gonna ask Brittany if she'll be on one of these podcasts with me so that she can also tell you guys about if you're going through cancer, um, what type of help you can get and where you can go to get it. Now, I don't think she no longer does it, but she still can maybe help people. And anyway, so um, going through this, like I was getting in a depressed state. I always tried to keep a smile on my face. I didn't put it all on Facebook in the beginning because my one thing was I always said Once they took that uterus out of me, I said, I don't have cancer anymore. I never claimed to have it. I said they found it, but I never claimed to have it because I felt like it was just I was speaking into existence that I no longer had cancer. So that's important. Like I was determined and I was gonna believe that. But I was still I was depressed. I had a lot of things go on around that time, and it was just tough. I didn't want to be by myself all the time. I would be out working or doing things and doing chemo, that makes you tired. I went to a store one day right after my treatment, fell, fainted in the store, busted my chin open, and had to get stitches. And my friends was like, sit your ass down somewhere. And I did. I took a little bit better care of myself after that because I never fainted. So that kind of freaked me out. But chemo, it's like you feel it, you taste it in your mouth, you feel it in your body. I probably had one bad spell with chemo where I had a bad night where I was throwing up a lot, but I made it through chemo. Radiation did me bad because I got nauseated. I couldn't get a job with radiation either because I had to go every day for 15 minutes, 25 days in a row. You get the weekends off, but 25 days. And I got to a point where I was nauseated every day. I didn't really want to eat. When I used the restroom, it felt like I was passing needles when I was doing number two. I mean, I would be on the toilet crying because it hurt so bad. Because of where they had to do my radiation, it made it very sensitive. Um, so it was a very emotional period for me. It was very hard, but I just persisted because I was like, I am not dying. It's not my time yet. God got some more things for me to do. So I just tried to keep a strong will, as strong as I could. Um, but I would say it made my relationship with God a lot stronger than it was when I had my dad, and I thank my dad. Like, he's also one of my angels because my car broke down on me. Also, on top of not having no job, my car broke down on me. I didn't know what I was about to do. My dad helped me get a new car. Um, and I know it was just God working through other people helping me out. And I know my dad gonna be my dad. He gonna do what he can. But God made the things happen for me. You could say with ancestors, you could say what you want to say, believe what you want to believe, but I'm telling you what I know for me, that God had my back with this. God put people in and out of my life that just blessed me for no reason. Some people didn't even know what I was going through. And so, this was a really tough time for me. And to this day, let me just say, I'm cancer free. I had my port taken out. I still I still have to go get my checkups every, I think, 5 or 6 months, just to make sure, because that's another thing. After going through cancer, in your mind, when you start to feel away or something in your body don't feel right, you you thinking it okay, is it back? Um you it's a mind thing, like it's mental and it works on you. Like people go to another state. Like if you ain't been through it, you can't understand what somebody is going through if you never been through it. Especially after just losing a parent, like a month before. Just losing a parent. And then after I started getting over my stuff, I lost my cousin. She had cancer. And that was a tough loss to us. You know, cancer runs on my mom's side of the family. I've had aunts that had cancer and passed away. So also check your family line. Like make sure that certain things don't run in your family. Check yourself. You know, do what you need to do because you don't want it to sneak up on you. You really don't. Because had I not been persistent and went and got another doctor, that cancer could have spread. I might not be talking to y'all right now. Or I might still be fighting for my life right now. Check on yourself. Do it scared. Like I'm doing this video. I'm doing this scared. I'm going to be doing this podcast scared because this is not stuff that I do. But it's about to be because I want to help people out. I want people to think and I want people to see that people go through things and you can come out of it. You know, depression, you can come out of it. Yes, the world is tough. Things are hard right now. Prices are high. It's tough, y'all. I know I'm still trying to make it through, trying to get my life back on track from not having a job for a year. And now I have a job, but I couldn't live by myself with this job the way the apartment prices are. Mm-mm. Nowadays, you gotta live with somebody unless you got a good job. So I'm thankful for everything that I have, though. You know, God has brought me a long way, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody and anybody that helped me at any point going through this, that helps me still today, that give me stuff because they want to. That's a blessing. It's really a blessing. And I want to be a blessing to other people. Like, I don't take none of this stuff for granted. I don't try to stay mad at people. I just look at life totally different now. I really do. And so that's kind of my story, right? You know, um, I'm pretty sure I'm leaving out things because my memory is not the greatest. I be trying to work on it, but you go through a lot of with doing chemo. They call it chemo brain, where you forget a lot of things. And yeah, I'm not on it no more, but I feel like it still affects me. Um, I know it still affects my mental, and you know, it's tough. And I really hope that a majority of the people I'm talking to don't have to go through it because I know some people are going to go through it. I know that. But I just wanted to get on here and do my introduction and let you know that there's more to come. The next podcast that I have I will have a guest on with me. My guest will be talking about whatever. It's going to be a lot of different things because people go through a lot of different things. It's going to be good stuff. It might be somebody in a bad spot, you know, but if somebody wants to share their story, they can share their story. And I hope that you guys subscribe, like this on my YouTube channel, share it, Do what you need to do um, to get the interviews out there, whatever. But I just want to say, keep your faith. Whatever you're going through, I know it's tough. I know it's tough. But if you just keep pushing yourself, keep making it every day, taking a step by step. That's all you gotta do. Take it step by step, and you will make it through. It don't last. The bad times don't always last. So till next time, keep standing, keep fighting, keep pushing forward. You got this.